Me know about sardine, mackerel, bully beef, chicken foot, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
Wagwan, what's great? Chef John Morris again, presenting to you my shepherd's pie recipe, all-time favorite. So here I have the potatoes that are being boiled for the mashed potato, for the base, the center, and the top of the shepherd's pie. The recipe link will be down in the description below, so no need to worry. Now we're going to set our oven to 350 degrees by preheating and leave that at 15 minutes. Now it's time to prepare the mashed potato. Everything has already been drained. Now it's time to add our cream cheese, butter. Then we're going to add our basil. Next up, we're going to add our Italian seasoning. Then we're going to add that half and half heavy cream. We're going to mix that all in and get it creamy and smooth. So that cream cheese, guys, just give your mashed potato a nice smooth texture, as you can see there. Look at that. Beautiful, smooth, creamy Italian seasoning, give it that spark. Now we're gonna rough chop our onions, and here I'm using half red onion or purple onion and half white onion. I'm gonna saute those off in about a tablespoon of olive oil or coconut oil of your choice. So saute those real nice. Then the carrots, I'm using baby carrots. You can use any carrots of your choice, really. So note, sauteing these off real nice. Next up, we're gonna add celery, and it's rough chopped just the same as we did to the carrots. A little bit of salt and pepper to just give it that base of a taste. Next up, we're gonna add our ground beef. And this is a very important step because you want to ensure that it's seasoned properly. So here I'm adding my all-purpose seasoning. Next up, I'm gonna add my paprika, and that's for color. Then I'm gonna add my cumin, dried thyme, Italian seasoning. And next up, we're gonna add our basil. Then our soya sauce and that chili powder. Now it's time to blend that all in. Just get all that flavor right in there. Cover that, leave that to sit for about 5 minutes. Remember, when you're removing your lid, always pull it towards you so the steam goes away from you. No hazard in this kitchen, guys. So we give that a quick stir, cover, and leave for about 5 more minutes. Now it's time to add in our mixed vegetables, guys. And here goes our mixed vegetables. You can use frozen or fresh, your choice really. I go with frozen, it's already prepped and nice. Cover that, leave that to sit for the next 10 minutes. So while that's cooking, we're gonna add our mashed potato to our casserole dish. And please note, guys, when you're doing the mashed potato for the base of your shepherd's pie, you need this to be about half of an inch thick, so that when you start to layer in everything and you're ready to cut your pie, when it's done, you have that thick crust or thick base so that it doesn't break through easily. Now we're gonna add some shredded cheese to this, and the cheese is going to be layered right throughout. Now we're going to check back on our beef to see if everything is cooked and ready. So there you go, it's looking lovely, all that natural juice. So now we're going to add a little bit of cornstarch to this, just to thicken up that natural juice that it made for itself. Because note, I only added like a tablespoon of olive oil. So here comes the cornstarch mixture, just to thicken up the gravy a bit and get the meat to be moist. I'm gonna cover that for about 5 more minutes. And note guys, when it's ready, I'm draining the excess oil or excess gravy from the beef before I add it to the mashed potato. Because one of the things is ground beef tend to have a lot of fat, so a lot of people will tend to throw that off, but I normally just use a bit of cornstarch to just get everything together so that the flavor from that oil or excess juice will just blend right in with the beef. So here I'm adding in my second layer, and while you're doing this, just be very gentle with it and be very generous with the amount of potato that you use. So there you go guys, the second layer is done. Now for the third layer. And note, on every layer I always base the mash with some cheese, then the ground beef. So mashed potato, cheese, ground beef. And just to top that off, just gonna use a bit of breadcrumbs. That prevents it from becoming oily on the top whenever time the cheese melts. And look at that guys, you can see those layers, that thick layer right at the bottom there with the mashed potato, the beef, the cheese, and then more mashed potato again guys. As I said, the breadcrumbs prevents it from becoming oily when the cheese melts on top. Bake that for about 10 minutes or until golden brown. There you go guys, shepherd's pie at its finest. Look how cheesy and juicy that is. Look at that crust guys. Thanks very much for watching. Please remember to subscribe below and follow us on Facebook at Morris Time Cooking, Instagram at Morris Time Cooking, and Snapchat at Morris Time CE.